A world that is connected more so than ever, but not moving together. A world where centennials, young people born 1997 to today, the centennials, the millennials, the selfie generation, the app generation, Generation We, Generation Z, the centennials, our youngest generation, don't just have an Instagram account, they have that thing that we call a FINSTA. Now, how many in the room today that are over the age of 35 know what a FINSTA is by show of hands? Like 3 people. How many in the room who are under the age of 35 know what a FINSTA is by show of hands? Yeah, the hands go up. So we got a generational difference here. And generational diversity is one of the things I think is really important for us to talk about and consider at another time in another lecture, but I'm going to talk about it just a little bit today because it's relevant. This idea of FINSTA. So a FINSTA is simply a fake Instagram account. Put the F is in front of Instagram and then drop the gram off and we call it a FINSTA. Now, the thing about the Centennial Generation that defines them in ways that are unique, even from the millennials, is they are much more sophisticated in their approach to social media. We refer to the millennials as digital natives. We refer to the centennials as digital intuitives. Because intuitively they know how to use technology. Intuitively they are much more sophisticated with platforms. So when all of us find ourselves on a platform, they leave that platform, right? Because for them, they're constantly looking for spaces to connect. They're constantly looking for spaces to be authentic in how they communicate. That's why Snapchat rose to being the most popular platform. And that's why this idea of FINSTA and this idea of having a fake Instagram account has emerged. Because what it does is it allows for you to be more focused in who you talk to and how authentic you are in the digital world. But it's fraught with challenges. It's fraught with potential problems. Now, how many of you heard about the scenario that happened at the University of Alabama this week? By show of hands. Raise them high, please. Let me see them. University of Alabama. And I had the good fortune to lecture at the University of Alabama a couple of years ago. The university is trying to struggle mightily with their history, trying to figure out the pathway moving forward. This week, a 19-year-old white female student was expelled from the University of Alabama and removed from Alpha Phi sorority over racist comments that she posted to her Instagram account that have now been viewed by millions because we live in a world of no secrets. So just as H&M was forced to close storefronts in South Africa as a result of the negative branded ripple effect that happened in the digital connected economy, so too was this young woman dealing with the implications of a misstep. And this is what she said in that account. Please forgive me for the language. I've wanted to be in Alpha Phi since fucking high school. Nobody fucking understands how much I love Alpha Phi, she says, staring directly at the camera. And now someone wants to snake my FINSTA? Snake my FINSTA, meaning take something that's meant to be private and making it public. Because I said the N-word, you know what? N-word, 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 N-word. I don't care if it's Martin Luther King Day. One female voice can be heard in the background suggesting that she not post the video. Girl, you don't need to post that video, don't do that. But she continues spewing hate. I love how I act like I love black people. But I'm in the South now, B, she continued. So everyone can F off. I'm from New Jersey. So I can say the N-word as much as I want now that I'm in the South. What she thought was private, what she thought not private, what she thought was cool, was being put into the world. The video was recorded and then shared on Twitter by someone in her community and went viral on MLK Day, just on Monday. On Wednesday, students held a protest on campus, and President Stuart Bell released a statement expressing disgust and disappointment, and he moved forward to expel her from the university. Alpha Phi moved forward to expel her from her sorority membership. But hear me when I say that I pray for her. I pray that she learns, grows, and can recover from this. That she can rise up stronger, educated, and learn from this difficult time. Because what I found over and over again as I work with Boys and Girls Clubs of America youth across the country, indeed across the world, is that falling down is what defines us. As long as you get back up. It's how we respond to life circumstances. It's how we learn from life's struggles. We should not throw our young people away for making mistakes. We work with them. We develop them. We want to embolden their character. You see, learning is the foundation of riches, and self-knowledge is the foundation of all knowledge. My only issue is if you're not willing to learn. Because if you're not willing to learn, then no one can help you. But if you're determined to learn, if you're determined to develop your skills of cultural competence, if you're determined to be able to work across difference, if you're determined to grapple with your power and your privilege, if you're determined to grapple with the isms that lives in you as they live in me, then no one can stop you. You're uncontainable. See, it's for this reason I question whether the answer is simply to expel her, although her actions would make it very difficult for her to continue at the University of Alabama because of the viral nature of what has occurred. But as an educator, I believe in the power of restorative justice. I believe in the liberating, restorative power of education. I believe in the potential of leadership programs and the need for us to bend our efforts as institutions of higher education towards inclusion and excellence. Not that bringing folks into our institutions and we look diverse, the journey stops. But it's begging the question, how do we as faculty embrace students that don't look like us? How do we as faculty embrace students that live in non-traditional gender-conformed ways? How do we as faculty, as administrators, and as students, as what Dr. King would call a beloved community, engage and commit and be present and be inspired to be greater? To recognize that this University of Alabama students experience, while not common, the sentiments we know bubble just beneath the surface in too many communities. How do we create learning moments that prepare all of our students, all of our leaders for the times we live in today? Not simply courses that talk about Dr. King's vision and a frozen history of the civil rights movement, but courses and leadership programs designed to grapple with the complexity of diversity, the complexity of inclusion, the complexity of technology, social media, polyculturalism, and changing demographics which define leadership today. See, we live in a time where we must prepare all of our leaders, not just our students, all of us, for a world that is diverse, global, interconnected, in a time of 24/7, 365 hours a day media cycles, a time of reality TV, a time of Kardashian, a time where hip-hop culture, interracial relationships, the consumption of black culture as cool has become the norm that defines the Centennial Generation. For youth, for young people, like that young woman who was recently expelled at the University of Alabama. It's embracing programs like the ones you built here at Agnes Scott, the Posse Scholars, the Golden Door Scholars, the Guazetta Scholars. It's doing more and more to not just bring diverse communities in, but how do we embrace the entirety of the community? When I released the press release talking about my coming here, one of the things I said was that Agnes Scott was one of the most significant liberal arts institutions in the world. Because you are. Not just because of your amazing and beautiful history, providing an educational pathway for women, but how you're trying to innovate and poke the box. See, in the digital coding world, they talk about poke the box. That's try a line of code and see what happens. Try a line of code and see what happens. Because in that world, they understand innovation. And at Agnes Scott, you're poking the box. Summit is about poking the box. It's embracing this idea of global leadership. And I love what I found in my research, talking about this idea of ensuring that we prepare every student to be an effective change agent in a global society. Can we give us some love for that? That's HOT. That's just HOT. See, because we need more programs like that one. Not just at Agnes Scott, but at Georgia Tech, at Emory University, at my alma mater of Miami University, the University of Michigan, at Harvard, and at Yale, and all other institutions that deeply embrace this. Young people in the room understand that leadership happens from the front, but we only get there together. It's one of the reasons I'm so excited for President Keach and her new leadership role. Give her some love for that. Because in all of our times of leadership, there's a season. And one of the things I say to the young people here is you have to be willing to let go of what you are today to become what you can become to fulfill your greatest potential. Her leadership arc takes her to the Rhodes Trust, one of those spaces where greatness can happen in a different way. Not more significant, but simply different. And I look forward to the leadership that will be provided there as the leadership that is provided here has set ripples of inclusive excellence into the world. Because we need 21st century leaders who can think and problem solve, who can lead and follow in teams and communities, who are culturally competent and view the world from multiple perspectives and with empathy, who can communicate in oral and written forms, and are digitally literate. Leaders who understand what it means to live and lead in a digital and connected world of tribes, as coined by Seth Godin, the 21st century philosopher and visionary. A time of connected leadership, where the way we make change is not simply about using more money or more power to lever a system, but it's the power of ideas, young people. It's the ability to connect with communities that believe what you believe and want to be following and emboldening with you in a journey of change. Hashtag Black Lives Matter, hashtag Me Too Movement, hashtag Black Girl Magic. Ideas that go viral or shift the conversation. See, what we have today in this connected economy, in some ways, harkens back to the leadership of Dr. King. Because he was a leader of ideas. He was a leader of beliefs. He was able to get individuals to follow the belief that he and his co-conspirators were putting into the world. See, Dr. King did not stand in front of groups and say he had a 10-point plan of change. He connected at the level of ideas and beliefs. He connected at the level of why. Why are we here? Why are we engaged in this work? Simon Sinek, the author of The Golden Circle, argues that everyone knows what they will do. Some know how they do it. But those who change the world, those who deeply inspire, those who create and move tribes, those who move the needle of inclusive excellence, they have a fundamental clarity about their why they came to do the work. We need more leaders not only who give lip service to Dr. King's life, but who live it and shape it every day. Leaders like you, who deeply embrace that today's world requires leadership that does not divide us, but leadership that brings us together. Leadership that works to truly make America great for all.